Hello everyone, my name is Garrick Hedges. I'm the Director of Hong Kong UK Support. So welcome to the Hong Kong UK Support Location series. So in this series, we're showing the benefits of some different key areas around the UK and highlighting areas of interest that you might consider when you're deciding where to relocate to. And we're joined by a very special guest, the Right Honourable Ian Paisley Jr, who is the MP for North Antrim. So today we're looking at a very beautiful part of the UK, North Antrim in Northern Ireland. So Mr. Paisley Jr has kindly agreed to talk about the area and answer different questions that we have, and hopefully show us why it is a good place for Hong Kong people to relocate to. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you. It's lovely to be with you, and I'm delighted to advocate that anyone should come and visit Northern Ireland, and of course visit North Antrim, but in particular welcome citizens from Hong Kong who are looking at relocation issues, and they would find a very, very hospitable and warm welcome, and they'd also find a lot of probably quite unique linkages that we already have with Hong Kong and with its people, and I'm happy to explore them with you.
Brilliant, thank you so much. So your region has some of the most picturesque areas in the UK, and I think there's the world famous Giants Causeway as well, which many people will know. Lots of rural towns, open spaces, just very idyllic. So, and Hong Kong people, a lot of Hong Kong people love hiking. They love to get out in the fresh air, especially spending so much time in the busy city. So I think those features for the people that do love the outdoors are really, really appealing.
Well, I think you're very kind to say how beautiful North Antrim is, and of course you're absolutely right. The only problem is there's about 649 other MPs who disagree with you because they think their constituency is the nicest one in the UK. But of course they are all wrong and we are right. Yes. North Antrim is beautiful. It's a very interesting mixture of a constituency. I have the beautiful North Antrim coast, which has the Giants Causeway, which of course is a world phenomenal geopark. And it attracts about 1 million tourists every year. So when you consider the population of Northern Ireland is 1.7 million people, we attract 1 million overseas tourists into my district every year to see the Giants Causeway and to enjoy what happens there. So we're very well used to having overseas visitors and to making sure that they're properly accommodated and that they find it very hospitable and homely. We also have, I suppose, the only inhabited island of Northern Ireland is also part of my constituency. It's called Rathlin Island, and I've got about 130 constituents who live on tiny Rathlin Island, and that's just across about 3 miles out to sea from the edge of my constituency. In the middle of my constituency, I have a huge country rural area made up of lots of little villages, and they of course are primarily engaged in making food. We probably feed a great deal of the United Kingdom. So if I were to tell you that if you were in London or something like that, you went into a supermarket and bought chicken, you probably have 70% chance that chicken was reared in Northern Ireland and probably processed in my constituency. If you were to buy beef, a good 60–70% chance that was reared in Northern Ireland. And of course, milk, we're one of the biggest milk producers on the island. So we tend to feed the United Kingdom, and my constituency is a huge geographical country area, means that it plays a big part in that. And of course, then at the other end of the constituency, I've got the country town of Ballymena, and Ballymena is actually an industrial town, and it has about 22% of Northern Ireland's industrial manufacturing sector. So the red London double-decker buses, I make about 80% of them in my constituency.
Wow. Yeah.
Which is and all the engineering and ingenious activity that goes along with that is associated with it. We make the first hydrogen bus in the whole of the United Kingdom.
Oh yeah, wow.
So that means that, for example, a zero polluting bus, whereas battery buses actually do create a bit of pollution in terms of how they generate their power. We have zero emission buses with regards to hydrogen. So we're big into our high tech engineering solutions, which are very, very important for us. And you only get that because we reach out to other people about their engineering prowess and bringing skilled people in from all over the world. I mean, if Hong Kong people with skills like that could come in and add that, just think what this little area could actually do and how they could really promote employment
Fantastic.
and creativity.
Yeah, well, that's brilliant. I think that that for people when they are in London, they will see how even just the buses are very good quality. They are really good buses, and they've come on leaps and bounds over the last year. So it's amazing to hear. And
I mentioned the Giants Causeway, and you did as well. And some years ago, I visited Hong Kong, and I visited the Hong Kong National Geo Park.
Right.
And I kept my little badge because these columns which grow there are the exact same as the columns I have in North Antrim. So if anyone from Hong Kong ever has visited their own national geo park, when they visit my one in North Antrim, they go, but we have one of them at home.
Wow.
I had the privilege of visiting the one there, and then of course my own Giants Causeway, which we have, and we created the linkage, the official linkage that is the World Geo Park link, and we've linked that geo park with the Hong Kong Geo Park. There's another one in Scandinavia which we're linked with, but that gives us a lovely linkage across the world geographically. That there's these two unique phenomena. One is in Hong Kong and one is just in County Antrim, and we're linked. So if ever there was a geographical connection between our two regions, I've got it.
Yeah, you have. That's something that people would never guess as well. If you could link two things, you would never get. But of course, Hong Kong has. I didn't realize it's the same. It's the same rock. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, exactly same basalt rock because of probably an eruption many thousands of years ago that caused these unique features. So
that's wonderful. Yeah, I think as well, it's a good thing for when people are in Hong Kong. It's definitely something they should check out as well, because I think people don't realize, again, another link between the two places. Hong Kong also has amazing national parks and nature to explore. So
they do. I mean, for a small country, a kind of an island rock sort of thing. I don't think people realize how many rock spin-offs there are from Hong Kong and the association.